One of the most popular questions is, why do we have to use a boiling stone or a boiling stick? The reason is because the boiling stone can create a nucleation site for us. If you have ever observed a hot liquid boiling off, what is one of the things that you see on your hot liquid? We see that the bubbles rise to the surface, and then at the surface they splatter, and they may rise unevenly at different locations and then splatter unevenly. When we have a boiling stone, this is what a boiling stone would do. A boiling stone would create nucleation site for the air molecules. Remember, air is present in all of our liquids, and hence this will help it organize in more orderly fashion. Of course, it is nature, we cannot control all the bubbles, but having a boiling stone helps you not to have hot splashes. So it avoids hot splatters or hot splashes from happening, which is a more safer technique. When you're ready to do your melting point, please make sure that you take your sample in a weighing paper or a butter paper, just a small amount of that, and then crush it between your fingers. Do not pack the capillary, melting point capillary, more than 1 millimeter, which is the thickness of another capillary. Your setting of the melting point should be at 4, and remember to check that you do not have a broken thermometer. There should not be any gaps between the alcohol column on your thermometer. This is the data that you should have collected in your notebook also. Remember to write everything in your notebook. Do not write anything on any scrap paper or any scratch paper. For your summary, I need a sentence from you. You do not have to show me any calculations in the notebook, but you might use these calculations for your data sheet. For the data sheet, make sure that you start answering the questions in an order, and you will have a partner with whom you will swap your data. You will collect one data and you will get the other data from your partner. You can use the information that I have posted on your Brightspace as well. If you have 90% material and you have 1 gram of that compound, let's say that we have 1 gram of impure compound, we expect 0.9 grams to be recovered. But do you think you will be recovering 0.9 grams or less than that? You will be getting less than that amount, because during transfer from one apparatus, from your test tube, from your filter paper, from your funnel, and finally on your weighing paper on which you will collect your material, you have transferred your material on so many places, which will make you lose your compound. And so if you have up to 21% recovery, I will feel that you have successful recovery because you have something. Now, recovery is not the only criteria for you to judge if your experiment was successful or not. You also have to look for purity. You need to have successful recovery and high purity for your experiment overall to be successful. Don't worry, this is not the answer to question number 3. You will have to read this question and then answer it. Generally, this is the rule for a good reaction or experiment to happen.